Hello, everybody. Y'all know who this is. I'm just going to talk about a few things. I was sitting back today, and I'm thinking, let me turn this commercial down. On a lot of things that's been going on in our homes, in our streets, just in our city and families in general. And one thing I come to realize, this money issue, when it comes down to organizations, when it comes down to anything, it's this money issue thing. And what I've seen is these organizations that's out here now, and they getting supported by certain city officials, they not giving y'all no real money or nothing. They giving y'all some publicity. And what is anybody else getting in return? And y'all keep talking about how everybody making everything about the children. Every meeting I go to, all group discussions that I'm even involved in, everybody topic at the table is money. If all of this stuff was going on for these children, for this youth, why is it a large gap in youth that's actually being serviced through any organization? I see some stuff going on. I see stuff going on every day with different organizations. But I'm talking about stuff that's beneficial to these youth for real. Do y'all ever wonder why y'all can't pull these youth in? Y'all use street music that they listen to. Y'all try to use money. All of y'all attempts failed. And one of the reasons why it failed is because y'all don't put real concern into it. The real concern is the money. Ever since the history of politics, it's always been about who have the most money. But my thing is, y'all have this money, what are y'all doing with it for real? You don't see no real changes within these communities for real. And y'all keep on talking about that we, the residents, have to come together and come out and etc. Give them something to come out to. Don't walk through a neighborhood when somebody get murdered. Walk through the neighborhood when nobody got murdered. Give them something to look forward to. Use these rec centers for what they was originally used for when we were growing up. Our rec center, they had stuff for us to do all day long. It was never broken down, whereas though the children is in one place for a couple hours and then adults gotta be inside. No, a rec center is what it is. A recreational center. This is why a lot of stuff is failing, because y'all take the realistic stuff and put it to the side and try to put in some of this society stuff that only work for y'all. I just want to touch base with something, and I don't want nobody to get offended. These recovery things. Why is it fair for parents to get acknowledged from their addiction, but the children don't get acknowledged from recovering from the trauma that the addiction caused them? And now I'm going to go on to the children. Because most of these youth that's out here, if y'all hear my music in the background, I don't own the rights to this music. A lot of these children that's out here, young men, young girls, a lot of what they doing is because of what they've been through. And when you have parents that didn't raise their children and took that road to doing drugs or what have you and had those children fending for themselves, these are the children. These are the youth that's out here. They may be older, but they surviving the way that they know how. If you have a parent that's doing drugs and you had to take care of yourself and you still out here having to take care of yourself because now your parents stopped doing whatever drug they doing, but you grown now. So here go the second stage of your life of fending for yourself. I just don't think it's fair that we give a platform to these people who got caught into their addictions. You kick the habit, Kloodles, congratulate you. But I don't think that you deserve no reward. That's just my personal opinion. The same way you have recovery for the addicts, have recovery for their children also. Because they the ones that really suffer. Y'all didn't suffer anything. Those children was humiliated. Those children was neglected. And they turned to the streets. And these are the children that they label with ADD, And you wonder, oh my God, how can they shoot like this? Because y'all gave them that medicine for HD, and when they get old enough, they come off of it. But the chemical imbalance that's in that drug have already altered them, their minds. That's how they can do it. I watched it happen. I watched these children get labeled. And I watched people get their children that medication for ADD. And now they 18, 19 years old and they getting off of it on their own and stuff. And look at them. They crazy. In and out of the foster home placement and all of that. Yeah. There's one thing people always saying is that the children and the youth is traumatized. Yes, they are traumatized, but not by what y'all think they traumatized by. They traumatized and started way before now. They use the guns because guns is easily accessed. And the study y'all going to about these guns, like these kids, go to the distributor of guns. The whole COVID time, they made it easy. They made it easy for everybody and their mother to get a license to carry during COVID. And it's disgusting. Because now you got females purchasing all these guns. Who go to a gun range? Who is a professional gun collector? Who's a hunter? Who's in the military? These females that's buying these firearms, they buying these high power firearms that they don't even know how to use themselves. But yet y'all question where these youth getting these guns and stuff from. This is a big problem. It's a huge problem. But the problem is not the youth, it's the adults. It's the people that's in positions of power. Because y'all ignoring the real solutions. I'm sitting back and I'm just watching everybody. And I'm watching how everybody, they say they stand for one thing, but they stand there for the one thing that got to do, that's motivated by money. It don't make no sense. If you doing something and you doing something from your heart, you'll let that money make itself, because it will. When somebody see you actually doing something, they're going to support you. You don't need to get on no bullhorn and just come out here and just come out of your character in order for somebody to recognize you. No. Do what you do. You'll get your recognition. God see it all. I don't think searching for approval from this person or that person is necessary. I want to touch base with these communities, because I've been around for a long time and I've been involved in community relations for a very long time. And the best part is I learned from a young child what it took for a community to become a community. And it started in Mill Creek for me. I was 5 years old when it started. And when I got old enough, I sat on a tenant council. I sat on a tenant council because I wanted to know exactly what was involved with being a part of your community and doing stuff for your community. So I had to stand behind some leaders and watch them go. And as they would go, I would grow. And I learned a whole lot just by being in one community. And that was our 46th Street community. We was a family. We wasn't just a community. We was a family. And everybody did stand together. Everybody did watch each other's children grow and became protective over one another's children. See, our community didn't get shut down, closed down because we became subject to the environment. No, our community got shut down because the higher ups neglected our community and other people came in and destroyed our community. We didn't destroy our own community. It was other people that came in that destroyed our community. So yeah, I do know what it takes for a community to stand strong and last long. I was on the outside looking in for a long time. And now I'm inside certain places and I'm looking out. And I really see how selfish and greedy people really can be. Because everybody, one more time, I'm not going to stop saying it. Everybody is about money. That's not who I am. I've never been that way. I've never been the one that made nothing about money. Every event that I do, and I've been doing them for years, in any community that I am in, I put my time, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears into every community that I went in. Events I've done on my own, out of my own pockets. It's just what? The last 2 years, Toys for Tots have been giving me toys for my Christmas events. Anything else, Easter, anything, Halloween, anything else, all the other holidays, I go into my own pocket. I spend my own money that sometimes I don't have. But I will risk my last on making somebody else have what they need. I've done it. I've been doing it for 1,000,000 years. And yet, I haven't got nobody to give no real support, not to my organization. The Big Blue Bucket upstairs in my room. No, in the hallway. It got a little bit of laundry. You can just dump it out. I did the St. Jude's lemonade stand. I really enjoyed it. And the part that I enjoyed the most was people really supported it. I got a lot of support from it. What's coming up next? Once again, I'm going to take some money out of my own pocket because I live in the Haddington area. And I haven't seen no real back to school events except for our police department. The 19th district, they did a book that my advisory council had collaborated with another person to do an event. But my immediate area, it was nothing. It was nothing, so I'm just going to take money out my pocket. My date that I'm calling is the 31st. It might be after the 31st because I want to be able to assist as many children as I can. At least help them with some school. I'm talking real school supplies. I'm not talking about the stuff that they absolutely can't use. Our babies need books. Our children need books. Real books, real pencils and stuff where they can, parents, teach your children how to write in cursive. Have your children grab a book every day and read. Because we up against a system that's designed for our children to fail. And it's been this way for a very long time. So I want to provide some real supplies that our children can absolutely use. And of course, y'all know me. I'm always doing extra. We going to have some food and music and activities and stuff. I'm not going to close my block down because I'm afraid of shooters. And I don't want nobody to use a block party for back to school as a hunting field. So it's going to be on the sidewalk, no moon bounces and stuff, because I don't even feel, I don't feel safe for people to block the street off. I have a position right now. I have a few positions, but the one where my heart is right now is the advisory council for the Tiffany Fletcher Recreation Center, which was known as the Mill Creek Center. Our home base is what I call it. It'll always be my home base to me. And I'm even seeing down there, I'm not exactly pleased with everything that I see. And a whole lot of what I hear, I'm just not pleased at all. But I'm going to hope and pray that everybody involved with the upcoming of Mill Creek into the Tiffany Fletcher Recreation Center, I'm just going to pray that people take their minds off this money and stay focused on the real prize, which is our home base. That's our home base. If Tiffany demise would have happened anywhere, that rec center would still be our home base. The Lex Street Massacre happened on Lex Street, but guess what? This center is our home base. Can't take that away from us. That's the only thing we really have left of 46th Street, except our memories. I know I'm bouncing around because I got a lot on my chest, but I'm not going to sit here and try to get it all out right here and right now. What I'm doing is building awareness, because people need to stop thinking about money all the time and think about what really matters. If it's really about the youth, let's make it about the youth. And who we assist. And it's from ages, I'm going to say ages 15 to 18. It's barely anything for these youth to do. And a prime example, I think a week ago, I came across a video of a whole bunch of children. They chose our home base to gather. They danced on people's cars. That wasn't right. That really wasn't right. That was an awful thing to do. And they danced in the streets and stuff. It was no shooting, no stabbing, no fighting. They was just out there. But all of those children being out there made a statement. And that statement is they didn't have nothing to do and nowhere to go. When I saw the video, first thing I thought was, Dad, if all of those children can gather like that in one place at one time, even though it was at night, but sometimes even in the evening, children need something to do. They need something to do. If they allowed to be out like this and there is no curfew rules or regulations, then there ought to be something and somewhere they can go and something for them to do. Maybe a safe haven. Because whether y'all know it or not, those large group of children that y'all call a gang, these children are homeless. And there's lots of them. They come from placement and they come out of juvenile detention. Nowhere to go. They stay at each other's houses.
They maxed out the system and threw them in the street
Instead of helping them. Instead of helping them.
That's what they did. They don't care because it's all about money.
It's all about money.
The next food come in, that's what it's all about, you know? Ain't nobody sitting, I'm just done with them. I'm done. They say
I can't be done.
They can't help nobody to fuck up.
Yeah.
For years.
For years.
Even though my 42-year-old son was in school, y'all didn't make no changes yet?
Nope. 20-something years later, on top of those 40 years something later, and nothing still has been done. Only thing they done was sold schools, took authority from the parents and the other authoritative figures, and closed down the library so they can't learn from those real books, and gave them guns.
And said, go kill each other.
Yup. Mapped it right out for them, and then wonder why things are the way that they are right now. I just want to make a change. I just want to make a change in everything. But me, myself, I'm considered difficult. I'm considered a troublemaker. And it's only because I won't go along with this society stuff. Because I'm my own person. Can't nobody convince me that it's raining outside when I see sun shining. Can't nobody convince me it's too late for a child, a youth, even an adult. It's never too late. As long as you wake up, it's never too late. I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing. I know one person that I tip my hat to. She came into the political zone ever since I met her. And I follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I follow her because she's interesting. She makes differences everywhere. Even in communities that she's not, the districts that she's not committed to, she still will come into that district and do whatever she can. And I know firsthand. Her name is Jamie Gardier. I see her feet hit the pavement hard. Since everything been going, I seen her fighting hard for a lot of things that we absolutely complain about. And so, I give her, I tip my hat to her. She's somebody that I would follow, not follow as in weak follow, but she carving a path for a person who would even consider stepping into the zone of being a council member or a community leader, anything of that nature. She a good person to learn from. That's just my opinion. You put all that water in that bucket.
Right here, boy.
So what they want with you? Look being just like your mother.
I'm gonna start
Don't
filling
give
this
up.
joint up and lifting it.
They ain't gonna do nothing but build muscle.
Woo! Water way better.
Okay. I know, like I said, I'm gonna jump all over the place because it's quite a few things that I want to touch base in. But like I said, at first I was on the outside looking in, and now I'm on the inside and I'm looking out, and I still see it. People, they not getting that help that they need and deserve. Because I'm gonna keep on saying it, because it's all about money. I did a little experiment of my own. I know and come across throughout this entire summer, I'm gonna say the wild number would be 6, but I know it was more. These were teenagers that was homeless. And I called around to different places that said that they there to help homeless youth. And what happened was we got zero results.
Back up.
Even people who promoted their facility as a place to help youth, they couldn't help either. The programs that they say they have for the young men, because some of the homeless teenagers, majority are males. And I tapped in, and I'm going to say this very, very clear. I tapped in to some of what I thought was the best opportunities for a male. It was advertised. I saw it being promoted all over the place. Check your inboxes. It takes a village of helping hands. That was me. Reaching out to y'all Instagram inboxes, emails, and everything. Asking y'all for help. And it was still left on scene. I would do the inbox thing, but I email also because I know, I thought somebody would respond. And I'm saying this because you see all these people promoting all this stuff for the youth. And how they say the youth is what matter and everything. And not everybody is telling the truth. But what I will say, y'all parents that have these children, I don't care how old they are, don't be afraid of them. Check them before they leave out. Check their friends before they come in. If y'all think that y'all children have guns or into illegal activities and stuff, ain't nobody saying come down hard on them. Sit down and talk to them. I don't care what you gotta do to get them to listen. Don't do it just once. This is like you have to be consistent, because you got us parents up against society. Society is making our babies believe they can do what they want to do, how and when, and all this wrong stuff. We gotta fight. We gotta fight hard, because these are our children. And just because they 18, 19, 17, they not grown. And don't leave them out here to be grown, because it's just going to make it harder for them. And it's easy to make a bad decision when you're hurting, hungry, helpless, and all of that. All of that play a part in the decisions that these kids make. So fight hard for them. Keep talking to them. I have a 26-year-old young man and I have an 18-year-old young man. It has not been easy at all. And they know I will talk to them until I'm blue in the face. And they are staying there and listening until they can't bend their knees when they walk away. They can say, oh, Mom, I ain't trying to hear that, you drawing. But they don't. They respect me enough to stand there and listen to me, but they still make a bad decision every now and again. But I let them know that I understand making mistakes is being human. You just don't continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over. But we got to embrace ours. And shoot, for the most part, we got to embrace others too. All of these children, just because we didn't push them out, that don't mean they don't become our children. Everybody that know me know I did a tremendous amount of time with the school district of Philadelphia. And what I done, I'm proud of me because I serviced those babies. And I serviced them like they was my very, very own. And that's how I earned their love and respect. Some of them didn't like the fact that Miss Carter was being hard. That's because they was being hard. And they needed to know that I demanded respect. Not fear, respect. And that's exactly what I knew. That I cared about them getting their education. And I cared about them getting that nurturing that they absolutely need. I say it, I said it, and I'm going to keep on saying it. If it took a village to raise me, why don't it apply for these children out here? They different? Well, yeah, they different. Because y'all allowed them to become different. Y'all let a system determine what y'all do. Instead of keeping your minds focused and straight and no. Can't nobody tell me what I can and cannot do with mine. Can't nobody tell me about no Privacy Act. None of that. None of that. Listen, y'all. Old school rule. The younger generation, they don't know nothing about that, but we here and we can definitely install it. You don't gotta grab up by no collar and yell and scream. No, talk to them. Of course they're gonna look at you a stranger, you don't know me and this and that, but guess what? Over a period of time, y'all get to know each other. Like these children in my community, they got to know me. They see I'm not a horrible person. They see I have block parties for them. They see that I give out things. I do certain events whereas though it's only for the kids. I do my stuff for the adults every now and again, but we had our time. You know what I mean? I like to get a time to the children. I like to give them that attention. I like for them to feel like, oh, this lady loved me and she don't even know me. Because, yes, that's what it takes. That's what a lot of these kids is missing. It was given to me not only by my mother and my father. I got love from my teachers. I got love from the people in my neighborhoods. And I'm just going to give it back in return. I don't know, something just motivated me to just sit back and just get this out my system because like I said, I'm the vice president of the Tiffany Fletcher Advisory Council and we're not really active as of yet because our actual positions don't really go into effect until October. So what I'm doing is I'm sitting back and I'm preparing myself for what I want to bring to the table when my term go into effect. My first mission is, they said that they was going to renovate this building and redo this building, and I want to make sure that that get done. I want to be around when it's getting done. I want to be a part of whatever it is or whatever it takes for it to get done. And it's not only because we had a tragedy down there from somebody that we love with our whole entire heart, but that's our home base. that we love with our whole entire heart. I'm not going on no money ego trips. I'm not going to keep on networking and reaching out to people, support this and support that. I'm just going to do stuff. And if you feel as though you want to support what I'm doing, that's fine. Because I've supported plenty and many, and I'm still going to do it. And not just for my community. I want to be around in all the communities. And I'm going to make it my business to get around to the different communities and be a part of. Because if one person see other people working together from different communities and neighborhoods, that's gonna start something. I don't want to say I don't want to come in your community. I want to come into your community so you can get to know me as the person that I am, even though I'm from a different community. And as adults, we the ones that carve the path for the younger ones. I heard some people say that we have gangs out here in the city. Gangs of children that's running around doing stuff. Yeah, they stealing cars. They doing a whole lot of shooting. All kinds of stuff is going on. But this stuff is only going on because the people in these these positions of power is allowing it to go on. There is no rules for nobody. What do y'all think is going to happen if y'all in a place where there is no rules? Total chaos. Total chaos. I like what the man is doing with the Hug the Block. If every block captain in every community, something like that, it's something like Town Watch. But whatever it takes to make the community safe, do it. I do want to say stuff, but because I'm in a certain position, I can't talk about certain things. I can talk around it, but I can't talk about it. And it kind of make me upset because people need to know. People need to be aware of everything that's going on. And this is why people like me don't make it into that political realm, because I'm not going to hide the truth. Some people's comfortable with hiding the truth about what's really going on. I don't. I want people to know what's going on.
T-shirt, you.
Is she what?
Yeah, just go back in the backyard.
Running around. Y'all, I got Roddy with me. I don't know. I might not be able to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because this is another thing that's been on my heart for a very long time. And it's in reference to the Lex Street Massacre. It's been a lot of years.
Come on.
It's been years. It's been years.
Come on. Sit down.
December 28th has been declared as a National Peace Day. I'm saying this first. I am saying this first. So if anybody do anything after what I'm talking about right now, I would really appreciate it if you come to me and we'll do it together. But this idea right here, right now, is patented by me. It's carved in stone. December 28th has been declared a National Peace Day. And it's been declared for years now. However, It has not been acknowledged. There haven't been not 1 year where a National Peace Day event has been held. Why do I feel it should be held? Because this massacre is what took down our community, our family, our lives. And to acknowledge this day in a positive light is healing for some people. Why just come around once a year, have some food and drinks and let go balloons when you can come to an actual event and have some fun? The grandchildren of the deceased can have some fun. The children of the deceased, you understand what I'm saying? The family can come around and see some positive light. So none of these lives will be going in vain. We lost a lot of our babies. And people that we didn't even know. But our hearts still go out to these families. And always will. There should be a plaque or something on Lex Street. There should be a mural or something. Somewhere. I heard they was going to do a little walk, a memory walk, near the Lucian E. Blackwell Center soon, and it's going to be in memory of the lives that was lost in the Mill Creek area or what have you. And I'm hoping that those who lost their lives in that massacre is included in that. Because for that to be the worst tragedy, the worst crime in the city of Philadelphia, I think a little bit more should have been done. A little bit more should have been done. But hopefully we can get something done, and I don't know, something. I'm not sure what, but at least something. And I don't know if I should be saying this, but this is not to offend anyone. I'm just being honest. I think that citation and plaque declaring December 28th a National Peace Day should go to someone who can actually honor this. Someone who's not impartial about the tragedy. I'm not saying I'm the person for it. I'm not saying I'm not the person for it. All I'm saying is, when you have something like that, you have to honor it. You don't just hold it in your home and show it every December 28th. It's about more than that. It's a difference when you absolutely was raised in a neighborhood, and it's a difference versus coming into a neighborhood at a certain point in time. It's a difference. You already raised. You just came into the community, in the neighborhood. So our passion is a little bit more thicker than y'all's would be. And again, this is not to offend nobody. I'm just stating how I feel. I'm passionate about my neighborhood. Well, my neighborhood. I don't care they took the buildings down, they put up houses and all that stuff. It still don't cover nothing. Don't cover anything at all. And I just hope that I ain't get in trouble. Well, I'm 53 years old. Can't even imagine the trouble that I can get into by speaking how I feel. But I just want to express how I'm not trying to offend nobody. That's not my mission. I'm just being honest. I really think I got a lot of this stuff out that I really wanted to say. If anybody is interested in being on the board for my nonprofit, It Takes a Village of Helping Hands, it is absolutely established. And I do run things from my home. However, I do have a lot of things going on. I do community service for males and females that have small brushes with the law, need some community service hours. We do this. It consists of cleaning up in our community. Might do some paperwork for me or something like that, but the offer is out there. And September 9th, we trying our hand at a senior citizen social club. And what this is a social hour for senior citizens. And you know the age that senior citizens start at. You can even be middle-aged if you like. If you enjoy different activities, then come check us out. We're going to be at the Tiffany Fletcher Recreation Center, September 9th, from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Every time we meet, we're going to be doing something different. Something out of the box. We're not going to do the same thing except bingo. We call it banging bingo because the prizes is going to be nice. Every prize is going to be something that you can absolutely use. It can't be money all the time because I don't have it. But it's going to be stuff that you can use. It's going to be fun. We're going to learn from them and they're going to learn from us, and it's going to be fun. And September 9th is the first day. We just have to make sure, it don't nothing interfere with the fixing up of the center. But I know I'm not exactly satisfied with how things is going. One more time. I'm not exactly satisfied with the way things are going, because I need people to stop putting the focus on money all the time. Our city is not broke. And if we need money for something, let's fundraise. Let's do it in a way where we can feel good about it. It's all right to get people to support us, but make sure we doing something worthy of that support. Because if somebody put money into our advisory, that'll enable us to do what? And these are the type of questions that need to be covered and everything. But we appreciate all the support that come through. But I just want to make sure that we doing something worthy of that support, not just collecting money from people and then doing an event here, a drive there. No. If we get money and stuff and get support, let's help these schools so they can get some real books, so they can stop taking pages out of a book and copying assignments onto some printing paper for the children and calling it an assignment. Let's get them these books that they can absolutely use, where they get instructions from page 1 so they can understand page 2, 3, and 4. Not a little page printed out and these little instructions that the kids really don't understand. If you don't have parents that's going to help you with the homework, then some of the kids are just stuck. Like I said, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I know some people will be offended. There's nothing that I can do about that. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to downplay my morals, my values, my respect. I'm not downplaying that for nobody or nothing. And one more time, I don't know where I got this video. I know the video surfaced on Instagram. And if I'm not mistaken, it was last week. I know somebody other than me saw that video of all those children that met up at the Tiffany Fletcher Recreation Center, Mill Creek. All those children that gathered out there. They danced on people's cars. I think that was the bad thing that they reported. But I don't, no violence or nothing took place. But that was just to let everybody know we don't have nowhere to go. We don't have nothing. And we might get into a little trouble, but we don't want no trouble. But if all those children can gather, we need to give these children something to do. We need to get them something to do. A lot of people, they figure they don't have time in the evening. Need to find somebody to do. Find somebody that had time in the evening, because when we had our playground, when we had Mill Creek, it was open at night. We was there. I remember being able to go down to the playground at night. I also remember bleachers being on the basketball court. I remember it being a park for the big kids to play and the little kids to play. Not just a park for little kids to play. With these changes that's coming, they kind of balance it so when the bigger kids do come down there, they have something to do, and the little kids can have their own part. And have some staff in that playground, because it takes more than one person to run a recreation center. One person, I don't feel as though one person can do it by themselves. And reason being is, if you have to run the office, who's going to run the outside? Who's going to monitor what's going on outside? You can't sit there and watch the cameras. It need to be some adults inside the building and outside the building. I say take it back to the way it was when we was down there. And if you really care about our center, our community, do things that make sense. Lord, I know somebody gonna be mad at me, because I know somebody or somebodies don't approve of the things that I'm saying. But I'm only saying the truth. I'm not calling nobody out on nothing. I'm not directing or indirectly speaking to no one. I'm just speaking on how I feel. I think that's it. I thought Roddy was going to continue to speak. She gets so emotional. She'll speak when she's ready though. And I'm going to always have this platform is waiting for her. We're going to do her documentary because she definitely have a story to tell. It's just that she can't really find nobody that's really interested because, again, I can't talk about that. But she always had this platform with me, and we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. Because out of all the families, she was really done bad. Roddy was done bad.
What kind of milk her baby drink? The corn son.
Similac.
She just gave up with that packet for that to be from Miami. Come on.
Who, the girl across the street?
I used to live next door.
Right here?
I used to live over here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot my next venture. Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure, whichever day it don't rain. I will be out here giving away clothes, shoes, school supplies. I am a pack person. I buy things because I know somebody somewhere can use it. And I done did this so much that my basement is full of bins. So I'm cleaning my bins out in my basement. And like I said, I got household supplies, baby stuff, stuff for adults, coats, all kinds of stuff. Just all kinds of stuff. I'm going to post it Thursday. Look, now we have a lady. Here comes somebody donating more stuff. She stayed. This is one lady.
What's that?
She always come and donate. What, my live?
No.
Oh, a pack and pay for your baby that's coming. Mhm. The one that's always donating stuff here. Look, she got cans of milk.
You don't gotta buy a
Look at
packet,
that.
play a crib, whatever. Got one right here.
Still in the box.
It's in the box.
Hey, Roddy, I told the people you coming soon. You ain't ready yet, but your platform is here. Oh, well, you can give that to somebody. Well, when we put the stuff out on the table Friday or Saturday, whatever you feel as though you're not going to use, we can just put it out on the table. Alright, I got to get back to business. I don't know how long I've been on here, but I know I done talked up a storm. I might have landed myself in some type of trouble because I said stuff. I talked about stuff that some people might not want me to talk about, but I'm going to be me. Like I said, I'm not going to change. I'm going to keep on being honest and look out for who I need to look out for. I ain't call out no names and stuff, but I definitely talked about the programs that was promoted out here, and I went for it, and they turned me away.
Yo, lucky she wasn't saying the right name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I pulled y'all in, and I got y'all all hype and happy to be involved in some stuff, and nobody never responded. So it's all right. It's okay, though. Did she get hit?
No, come on. You know where it's time to go.
Turn it around. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for right now. I don't know. I can't turn this. I don't even know how to turn this around to me. Oh, wait a minute. Here I am. Gotta go. And my baby right here. Bellies.
Well, I can use the cereal.
Yeah, you could definitely use the cereal. We out, y'all. How I end it?
ran out of the street.